So you want to become a software engineer or land a developer job. You have probably seen 1,000 roadmaps online, bought a few courses, maybe even started learning, but still feel lost. Here's the truth. Getting hired isn't about knowing everything. It's about mastering the 10 core concepts that every interview and every real-world project will test. In this series, I'm going to walk you through all 10, one video at a time. Today's video is the big picture. We will briefly define each concept and why it matters. Then, starting with the next video, I will take each one and explain it like you are 5, with stories, examples, and zero jargon. Let's jump in. Concept number 1 is data structures and algorithms. This is the single biggest filter in technical interviews. Data structures are ways to organize information, like boxes, folders, or sticky notes for your computer. Arrays, linked lists, trees, hash tables. Algorithms are step-by-step recipes to do something with that information: searching, sorting, finding the shortest path. Together, they teach you how to solve problems efficiently. If you understand them, you can pass coding interviews and write code that doesn't freeze when millions of people use it. Concept number 2, a primary programming language. You need one language you can speak almost like your native tongue. It could be Python, Java, JavaScript, or C#. Whatever you choose, you need to know more than just the basics. We are talking how it handles memory, what happens when you pass a variable to a function, how to use its standard library, and how to write code the way the community expects: clean and idiomatic. Think of this as learning to write proper sentences before writing a book. The third concept is object-oriented design and design patterns. OOP is a way of building software by modeling it like the real world, with objects that have properties and actions. A car object has a color and can drive. You will learn the 4 pillars: encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. I promise they are not as scary as they sound. Design patterns are battle-tested templates for solving common problems like singleton or a factory. They stop you from reinventing the wheel and make your code flexible and maintainable. Concept number 4 is databases and SQL. Almost every application needs to remember things. That's where databases come in. You will need to know relational databases. Think Excel sheets that talk to each other, and how to ask them questions using SQL, joins, aggregations, and writing efficient queries. You will also touch on NoSQL databases, like Mongo database, for when data doesn't fit neatly into rows and columns. If your app is a brain, the database is long-term memory. Concept number 5 is system design. This is about building the big picture, how different parts of an app talk to each other, how to handle a million users, and why caching and load balancers exist. Even for juniors roles, you should understand client-server architecture, REST APIs, and the very basics of scaling. As you grow, you will dive into microservices, message queues, and capacity planning. System design is the difference between a to-do app that works on your laptop and a product that works for everyone on the internet. Concept number 6 is version control, Git. Imagine writing a 100-page report with 3 friends, and you all need to edit it at the same time without deleting each other's work. Git is the magic tool that makes that possible for code. You will need to know how to commit changes, create branches, merge, and use pull requests. This isn't just a nice to have, it's a daily tool in every professional developer's life. No Git skills, no teamwork. Concept number 7, core OS and networking concepts. Your code doesn't float in space. It runs on a real machine. You need a basic mental model of what's happening under the hood. Process versus thread, how concurrency can lead to race conditions, what a deadlock is, and why memory matters. On the networking side, how the internet works, TCP, IP, DNS, HTTP. What happens when you type a URL into a browser and the difference between bandwidth and latency. These are the invisible foundations that makes everything else make sense. Concept number 8, testing and debugging. Code that seems to work isn't enough. You have to prove it works and keep it working. You will learn different types of testing: unit tests, like checking tiny pieces, integration tests, checking that pieces fit together, and end-to-end tests. And when something breaks, you need systematic debugging, reading error messages, using breakpoints, and thinking like a detective. Professional developers spend almost as much time testing as they do writing code. Concept number 9, software development, lifecycle, and agile. You are not a solo artist. You are in a band. Companies use processes like Agile and Scrum to organize work into short cycle called sprints. You will understand user stories, stand-ups, retrospectives, and how code moves from your laptop to real user through CI/CD pipelines. This is the how work actually gets done knowledge that boot camps often skip. But interviewers love to see that you can function in a team. Concept number 10, communication and problem-solving process. Last but not least, this is the skill that makes or breaks you in interviews and on the job. It's not about knowing the answer instantly, it's about showing how you think. You need to ask clarifying questions, think out loud, start with a simple approach, then optimize. Write clean code, test it yourself, and explain trade-offs clearly. A developer who communicates well is worth 10 silent geniuses. Interviews are designed to evaluate exactly this. So, there you have it, the 10 essential concepts that stand between you and developer job. In the next video, we will kick off the deep dive series by starting at number 1, data structures and algorithms. Explained like you are 5, with Lego, candy, and no scary math. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. See you there.